Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Russian tier 7 medium tank, the KV-13. Now this is a Derptastic Soviet medium tank that it's just a lot of fun to play with the derp gun because it's got an 85mm which is okay, but it's a tier 6 gun. It's good at tier 6, you put it at tier 7 where it's going to be facing things like tier 9s, and it just doesn't feel up to scratch. You put the derp gun on it, you can just have memey fun, right? You can just pen ridiculous shots, you can have a lot of fun with it. So now I'm going to address one thing before we get into this, and that is we've hit 2,000 subs. Yay! Thank you all so much that have subscribed. Thank you all for coming along on this journey of making this YouTube channel, making these videos. It's been a pleasure to make these videos for you. I hope we can carry on ploughing on as we are. And thank you so much to all of you. There will be probably a giveaway coming to celebrate it, but it will be more likely towards the end of the month because of the way that the giveaways are given out with the codes and things from Wargaming. Basically, they give us a spreadsheet of the tanks, we fill it in with the GTs of the people that win, and they get credited from the first of the month for the, however many of those first couple of days, whatever, when Minto gets time to do it. So it'll probably be more towards that end of the month than now, but we just happened to hit it right at the start of the month. So thank you all for following the channel, and if you haven't followed, you know what to do. So anyway, thank you all so much. We're in Arctic region and we're in the KV-13, and what a tank! It's just, I mean, it's got a derp gun, so I automatically absolutely adore it, right? That's just the way it goes, and it's because you can just do silly things that are just brilliant. You come against A44s and you go, "Hello, A44. Can I get a shot at you? No gun depression. Oh, a light tank. Well, we'll just go and miss that because derp guns, right? Come on, derp gun, do something." Pokes it, you know, that meme of poking with a stick. Come on, derp gun, do something. There we go. We didn't pen him. We did him for like 70 odd damage, but we did track him. And now he's sideways on in front of us. There we go, derp gun. Penned him. Straight through the side of that A44. I knew that if I avoided the tracks, I could pen that guy because there's a wide space between his tracks. And it went straight in, and it's just what we wanted. Now we've got the ass of this Rudy. It's like, please. And it only does some minor damage to him. I was kind of hoping it'd pen, but it doesn't quite do it. But obviously, we never have to worry about penning things. We just have to fire and hope for the best. And if you pen them, glory. If you don't, then oh well. So you saw as we poked up in that position then, we actually took a big smash from the base, and that was probably a TD. I think at the time I was thinking it might be the Scorpion G because of how hard we got hit, and that makes me hesitant for wanting to use this position because obviously the TDs in their base can shoot. Those that camp at like J3-4 can actually shoot you right here, and that is such a frustrating thing because that means that those that actually do base camp can really harm you, and you have no way of spotting them unless you go and push up to the areas at like FG3-4. So that's just annoying. So we get a nice shot there. We're going to try and get another shot at this TL1P. We'll get there in the end. The TL1LPC. We got there. Don't worry. English. Easy. So we're going to try and shut down this Hurlenhund. We get a nice shot straight into the side of him. Finish him off. This Trailblazer's now coming. It's like it's the most annoying time, right? But fortunately enough for me, he didn't come straight over. So if he'd actually just come straight over and straight into me there, he would have actually killed me. But because he thought I might be loaded and went round, he gave me a chance to reload. I managed to get the shot into him, which, you know, great. Now we're loaded, we're unspotted, so we poked out to see if we can get a shot at this TL1 LPC. And unfortunately, he managed to pull back in time. He did spot us up, which is annoying. We're going to try and get a shot at him here. We're kind of lucky that he doesn't actually shoot us because he ends up hitting the rock in front of him, which could have been game over for us, which would have been unfortunate. We did get that shot into his side, which was nice. And I'm just playing it careful, right? Because we're having a decent game here for a tier 7 in the tier 8 game. but we're also very low health, and one misstep means that we will die. So we're just trying to, you know, just take it a little bit more steady, trying to be a bit more careful. And we actually end up bouncing something there, which was kind of lucky. They were waiting for me to do that. Hindsight's 2020, right? We probably shouldn't have poked out there again, but this Scorpion G gets spotted, and that's just an opportunity. An opportunity that we're going to waste by not aiming. Always aim your shots, kid. Well, no, don't always aim your shots. You can still hit these people by just snapshotting at times. And there we go. The shot into the Scorpion G's turret flies right in, and we're going to try and pop a blind shot now, see if we hit it. Unfortunately not, because derp guns. We are seeing a shot from back there, though, if you've been seeing the shell tracers flying. So we're going to pop a blind shot. Unfortunately, we don't hit it. We know there's another TD back there, right? Because you've seen all the shell tracers. And that's one thing that's good that you can do, is if you are trying to shoot at someone and you see shell tracers, you can just pop blind shots and see if you can get any more damage. So I'm waiting to see if the TD will get spotted up there from my team. Nothing seems to be happening. I'm looking back at that area where I was seeing the shell tracers earlier on, seeing if they're firing, seeing if I can get a blind shot out. Nothing's quite happening here. They're obviously platooned with the heavy that's on the hill, which is something that if I push this heavy, I'm feeling like I'm going to get shot in the back. So I don't really want to push the heavy, because I feel like I will die if I push the heavy. Not just because I have low hit points, but because if he spots me, his friend, his platoon mate, is probably going to shoot me up, which we don't want, right? So we're just playing a waiting game. Literally, that's all it is. It's a waiting game to hopefully be the fact that my team will spot it. Because, I mean, there's a medium tank at the minute that's sort of slowly progressing around. We've got the heavy tank that's not going down. He's actually trying to spot up the guy in front. And right here, I kind of just get a little bit bored. I'm like, you know what, I'm bored of waiting now. This IS is killable because he's, you know, he's a derp one shot. I'm going to go get him. Okay, maybe I'm not going to get him. And obviously, after I've moved, I'm now out of render range for this TD because I moved up to try and kill the IS. And he got spotted not long after I moved up, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But it's a Jagdpanther. We're going to pop a shot. And fortunately enough for me, he actually lost most of his hit points as the shot flew in. So we end up getting the kill. So we finished that game with the victory in a derpy derp tank. We come top, 5 kills, 2.6k damage, 1700 base XP, and a just really nice game for a very, very fun tank with this gun. And we finished with the ace tanker, the Spartan, the ranger medal. The Spartan is obviously for ricocheting a shot while we're low health, and the ranger medal for killing at least 3 light tanks when they, well, it's basically a medal for killing all light tanks on the enemy team when there's at least 3 of them. And Degeneration was on the enemy team in that one. We never got to shoot at him. Nice guy. He's featured on this channel a couple of times. And it's just, yeah, the KV-13, it's a lot of fun. It's just memey, really, is the way it is, because the derp gun makes it. It just really does. And I always feel a little bit of sadness when I see KV-13s and they've got the 85mm, because this gun, they just don't know what fun they've got here. So, we're on a bottom tier matchup on Himmelsdorf, and obviously the matchmaking for us is pretty poo. There's a lot of tier 9s, and if that pesky wall wasn't there, we'd have hit that artillery. And I'm taking a very aggressive position. Now, obviously, this position can go wrong very quickly, right? Because things can YOLO down the tracks and get shots at you. You can get shot by the guys down the alleyway on the right. We can get shot from the hill if they take the hill. It's risky. You've got to kind of hope that they don't really do it. And right here, we're not actually getting YOLO'd, so that's quite nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and side scrape out on this Jagdtiger. Now, obviously, that's risky because it is a Jagdtiger. It's got a lot of pen. It's got a big gun. And, yeah, it's just kind of risky. Now, obviously, the KV-13 is actually an IS hull, right, with a decent engine and, like, the T-34 turret. So it's actually really mobile, but it's actually got a decent bit of armour. And we've got derp gun things going off with this Jagdtiger, right? This poor guy, he's at an angle where he's never going to get a shot at me. But I've just got shots at the back end of his tracks. And we are just keeping him perma-tracked here. And it's the beauty of a derp gun, right? If you can shoot someone's tracks and they're trying to side scrape out or do something clever, you can just wreck them. Because Sorry, buddy, I don't have to pen. I'll just keep doing 100 odd damage to you in your tier 9 TD, and I'll keep tracking you in place so you can't move away. So this artillery pokes out. Worst mistake you could ever make. Derp gun finishes him off, because derp is love, derp is life. Okay, and we're now going to move forward and try and push this medium tank down here. I say medium tank, it's a heavy tank, in fact, it's a Chrysler. And we try and go for the tracks of the Chrysler there to lock him down, so it was easier for Swindle to get round him. But we ended up hitting the upper plate because we didn't quite aim it. We ended up doing absolutely nothing because, so, I mean, we may have a 122mm derp gun, but it's a Chrysler K with decent frontal armour. This light tank comes YOLOing past. It's like, well, I'm just going to pop a shot into you. They shut down the Chrysler K, and we kind of looked for another shot at the MX-1390, but he's gone. He's like, no, I'm out. Bye, everybody. So we're going to move on now to try and attack the heavy tank on the banana. But this light tank actually... Oh my goodness me, that was filthy. I forgot that happened. That's dirty. That's dirty. Yeah, that happened. Free aim shot on the move. Straight into that 1390. Penned him, finished him off. Big oofs. Derp guns, everybody. Barrel load of laughs. Derp is love. Derp is life. We're going to poke around the corner to see if we can finish off that Conqueror. Unfortunately, couldn't do it. And I'm looking where the enemy team is coming from now. There's quite a lot of them coming off the hill. And my driving here is impeccable. I end up driving into the artillery. It's like, sorry, Artie. It's the only time you'll ever say sorry to an artillery. And we're going to carry on. These guys are actually just not paying attention. So we get a nice shot into the side of the defender. And I mean, that's a heavily armoured tier 8 heavy, right? And we did 102 to his side, which is really nice. The 1357's coming along. I was making sure I'd pen it. We did. We set him on fire. Oh, juicy. Just things you love to see with a derp gun, right? I think that T-43's actually got a derp gun as well, which is kudos to you. Kudos. We're going to pop around the corner, drop a tracking shot into him, and actually, has he got the derp gun? He's firing HE at me. No. Nope, he's not got the dirt. No kudos for you, sir. No kudos for you. Okay, he's not got the dirt gun. He's just firing HE from the 85mm. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. So we're going to attack this dragon because they are capping, and we got really lucky that we ended up hitting that guy on the move. We ended up clipping his turret on the move again as well. And that defender really surprised me with his positioning, because that's the first time this guy gets spotted, right? And it really surprised me that he was actually there. I thought he'd be behind the dragon in the normal spot where people cap. He ended up putting a shot into us, but fortunately enough, he didn't shoot us. But that time, he did. He didn't bother to shoot the lurver. He waited till the lurver popped backwards and shot us. But, I mean, we did enough to reset the cap, and our team capped, because that game really looked like it was in danger of being lost. So we finished that game anyway with a nice tally, if it ever wants to load, because this is when I had the Xbox One S and the screen didn't load very quickly. And we finished that game with 2 kills, 2.9k damage, ace tanker, Confederate medal, 1975 base, 1474 assisted damage, and a very nice game for the KV-13 bottom tier. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Derp is love, derp is life. I'll see you on the next one. Like and subscribe.
A great success!